Welcome everyone to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. This is your host Marvin G, together with my wife
Caroline.
And guys, we did it.
You were itching.
We did it.
Do this podcast.
We did the impossible.
Just for this.
We put Donald Trump in office. He is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America. So congratulations to all of you who voted in favor of Trump. How do you feel?
Me?
Yeah.
Or the audience?
No, you.
Man, I feel happy. I guess I think I mentioned to somebody yesterday that I feel like this election, like other years I've just like, how do I say it? Like, I know it's going on and, okay.
You're not so invested in it.
But I'm not so invested. Yeah. And how do I say it? Like, yeah, with Biden and all, like, yeah, like I knew what could happen. But this time it was like, no, like enough is enough,
Mm-hmm.
Enough craziness is enough. That's how I felt. So I definitely was invested. I was up later. I was up late watching.
Yeah, we're trying to keep up with everything.
What was going on. And then even this morning, I was trying to explain to the girls, like, what exactly was going on. It's just hard to grasp, like, But I'm part of this, like, it's called...
Cult.
Yeah, I'm part of many, but it's called Free Thinking Moms. So there's like a chat that we have. It's just random moms, and all night they were just like, it's all moms that think alike. We all think the same. We all want the same.
Right.
Some are believers, some are not believers, but they're all Trump supporters for sure. So they were like, celebrating. But before that, somebody posted like, guys, like whatever way this goes, trying to stay positive, no matter if it doesn't go the way we want it, we keep moving on. We know that, we're going to do what we need to do for our family, blah, blah, blah. And if it goes the way we want, let's prepare for the other side to go like crazy.
And let's talk about that because, okay, so going into this election race, I had a moment of doubt that Trump would actually win.
Like at what point?
I think just because I was so into TikTok and I was just seeing like most of the people that pop up were people voting for Kamala. And I was like, man, like, yeah, like I know. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I think it's just the times that we're living in. It seemed like, no, like people are going to show up and support evil. Want. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And when we started watching the news, it was still early. And I was like, what? Like, there's no way those numbers are accurate because it seemed like he was in a huge lead.
Yeah.
And then, like, they updated and she kind of came a little bit closer. But then they declared that North Carolina had been won or projected to win by Trump. Yeah. So I was like, oh, my God, that's like a first big win.
Yeah.
And then he got Georgia. Yeah. And that was another big one. And then there was a bunch of other states that he won. But the big one next to fall was... Pennsylvania, and that one put him over.
I was, like all these articles and Google searches and stuff. So Pennsylvania is where a lot of like Amish people live. Now, they don't usually vote, the Amish, but there was a like a few videos circling where they have like a massive parade down to the polls.
Are you kidding me? I didn't even hear about this.
Trump flags in some little city, some little county down in Pennsylvania. I think the last time Trump ran, they also came out and voted.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm looking at like pictures right now. I googled it, and yeah, they say Trump Vance, and they're literally in horses and carriages in line waiting to vote for.
And
Trump.
There's so like their communities, crazy. So there's a bunch of them, but Pennsylvania is a really big Amish state. So I think, okay, today, like in the time that I could, just kind of like Google search like different stuff in the podcasts I've been listening to, just like where people like are reading other people's comments. And I think this is what I came to. Like, despite the craziness and the evil, I think the people on the left, right? Wait, yeah, okay.
Left is Democrats.
Yeah.
Blue. Yeah.
The blue are just also tired of like the nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Because, and one of this podcasts I was listening to, she was like reading comments of people, and some people were like, "Yeah, I'm gay and I'm also voting for Trump."
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Or I am in a same-sex marriage and I'm voting for Trump. Mm-hmm. So I think if somebody said something about, there was this video that came out about this lesbian woman saying that she was stopped, and somebody said like, "Until when are you gonna be like? Are you gonna like? When are you gonna be okay with it that you don't have equal rights as like, oh my gosh, as the other people, like making it a point." And she was like, "Well, I can marry whoever I want. I can work. I can adopt. I can buy a house. I can buy a car. I have everything I need." And so that the lesbian woman answered saying, "What you want, you just want like a free pass for everything. You don't want equal rights. What you want is
don't want equal rights.
It's just a free pass. Like you want, and it's true. So, and that's coming obviously from somebody that we don't share the same morals or values, and she also said like, "I'm voting for Trump," and I'm just like, so I think it's just the nonsense. Like
they don't want equal rights. Like when I think about the fact that, you know, they say that they're empowering women and trying to lift up the woman, but yet they're allowing transgender men who are women. I don't even know what the correct way of describing it is, but that they're allowing women, they're allowing men to compete in women's sports, and they're allowing men to come and take away those rights that women have been fighting for years. Yeah. And now all of a sudden a man can,
But overall, I feel, regardless, I think we would have felt peace, but this peace is just a little bit more.
Well, and I think it's
just greater.
That's the point that I was getting to, that I saw that Trump was like ahead. And then when we saw that Pennsylvania went through, and it was like, oh my God, like he's going to do this, you know? And they were saying like, they weren't, I think we were watching NBC, and I think, I don't know, I think it's more left, but it can be a little bit kind of in the middle. It's kind of in the middle, I think. Wow. Fox is more right, and then CNN is left all the way. And then I feel like NBC is kind of in the middle. ABC, I think, is left too. But anyways, the point is that they didn't want to declare that Trump was going to be the winner because they were still waiting for some, like the numbers, which is good. Like I appreciated that Fox was the first one to say that Trump won, and I kept thinking about, like all these people that I had seen on TikTok, and like, we're going to be here celebrating and this and that and here and there. So I went to TikTok, and their vibe was like they looked sad. Like they looked like they were in mourning. Like they had like a loved one had died. And, then they're like, oh, there's so many angry Trump winners. Why are you guys so regardless, they were not going to be happy.
No.
Like,
well, no, of course not.
And then we had that conversation like, okay, well, what's going to happen if Harris does win? And that's exactly what I said to you. Like, you know what? Nothing is going to change. Like, we're going to keep going to church. We're going to keep homeschooling our kids. We're going to keep living in, whatever economy that we have. And we're going to continue believing in Jesus. And ultimately, we wanted Trump to be the president because we feel that he's going to bring our nation back. He's going to do a better job of aligning our country, to what the kingdom of God is. And, today we're talking about this in our Bible study. Like, we opened up the floor and we're just talking about it. And the big thing was immigration, because, we are part of a large community that has undocumented immigrants. And everyone said that they were at peace, though, because in 8 years ago when Trump was the president, he was saying the same things, and nobody in their immediate circle was affected. Nobody that they knew secondhand got affected. And I think they've come to understand that, yes, even though Trump is saying that they're going to deport the largest number in the history or whatever crazy thing that he's saying, but he's going to start with the people that are committing crimes, with the people that...
And there's so many.
And there are so many. And so that was the one thing. And like I was telling them today, like, you remember, we're not voting necessarily for the person, for the candidate. Right. We were voting for the policies and for the rights that we believe morally in the Bible. And, obviously some people try to bring up Trump's character. And it's like... well, number one, I'm not the first one that I can't say anything because I have a past that I'm not happy of. It's just his is in it's under the microscope. And today somebody said, well, look at Apostle Paul, like he was killing people before he had an encounter with Jesus. And that's my prayer. My prayer is that Trump has a genuine encounter with Jesus and serves him. And regardless, somebody else said, like, that there's King Cyrus or Ciro, I know it is in Spanish, but he wasn't an Israelite, and God used him to lead the people and do good for them. And it was like, it goes back to the same story that we preach. God is not looking for somebody perfect to use. Right. God is just willing to use somebody that's willing to say yes. Yeah. And I do believe that Trump has said yes. And
this isn't, and I know a lot of Christians or a lot of people in general, a lot of people are under the assumption that Trump is a Christian.
Yeah. And he's not.
Yeah. He's not. So I think what you just said right now is like, we're not voting for this specific person, Trump. No, it could have been Pedro. It could have been...
Why Pedro?
Just any other random person.
Why not Peter?
Peter. But it's all about the values. Mm-hmm. It goes back to that. So I think, yes, regardless, we're in peace. But obviously... because of what we believe in our values and everything, this is a huge win for us. Hasta salió el sol hoy.
What's crazy? I was even saying this point, and I was trying to be careful to not come off as insensitive, but I was saying, like, if God has brought you all the way over here because he's going to use you here, then it doesn't matter what laws pass or what's happening. Like, you're going to be fine. But if you were to get deported, maybe it's because God is moving you back or moving you to a different place for a different season. And is he not going to use you because now you're in a different country? No. So I know it sounds a little, right? But I just want that to resonate because at the end of the day, regardless of where we're at, we're children of God. And regardless of where we're at, like, God is going to protect us. Regardless of where we're at, like, God is... If it's his will, there doesn't need to be a mass deportation. Like, if it's his will for you to get deported, like, it could be under anybody's administration, because that's what he wants for your life to fulfill whatever he is doing through you.
What about those believers that voted or go for the other?
They're going to heaven, obviously.
No, I'm like just...
Like, what do you mean?
Like, they're believers, but... They voted for
from what I have seen, they are voting based off of loving your neighbor. So they feel that because Trump is in favor of deporting illegal people, that he's a hateful person and he hates Hispanics or he hates whatever. And unfortunately, I think they've also listened to too much fake news, and I think that they're, again, what you said, I think they're under the impression that he's a Christian and he's not. Like, I understand the felony convictions. I understand, and people are like, how could you vote for someone like that? Well, what has Kamala done that just hasn't been publicized the way? I mean, supposedly she was like sleeping around with men when she was younger, and there's pictures of her with like older men. I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, I don't. But what have I done? What have you done? Like, we've all fallen short of the glory of God. Like, that's what the Bible says. So, yeah, I think.
Yeah, a lot.
And then I saw somebody's post that said, don't let politics ruin your friendship. You know, this is bigger than friendships are more important than politics. And then it kept saying, but no, I am offended. No, I can't be friends with you because you don't stand for women's rights like I do. You don't stand for this and that. So yes, I can't look past, the fact that we're different. So no, we can't be.
So can they or cannot be?
No, they can't. Supposedly, according to this post.
Somebody we know?
Loosely. Yeah, loosely.
Well, I think it's and the women's rights thing, man, that's like
I mean, I would think that you would want to vote for. Okay, has Trump sounded like a misogynist? He has. The way that he talks to women, like, yes, like he's come off that way. But I would vote for somebody that is gonna protect the integrity of women's rights.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously we have 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's not okay that men can go into women's bathrooms. I'm not okay with that, because how do you explain that to a child? Yeah. Like, that bathroom that they have in Portland, downtown Portland at the Pioneer Square? That, anybody goes in anywhere. It's a whatever they call it.
No gender. Yeah. All gender or something like that.
It's like, no, thank you.
No. And yeah. So
anyways, I mean, at the end of the day, Jesus is the king. At the end of the day, his throne will always prevail. So that's the hope. That's the peace that we should have. And yeah, I think I just, wanted to come on here today and just remind everyone that hope is not lost. If you feel that way, if you feel like, oh my God, like, where's the direction of this country going? Well, let's pray that it goes in the right direction, Right. And I think what bothers me, like, and I said this the last time, but I think what bothers me is if you don't see the left way, then you're the problem. Yeah. Because they're thinking outside the box and we're not. We can't. The way that they see us is we can't think outside of the box, and that's why we won't evolve, and that's why we voted for Trump. Versus them, they're evolving because they're able to vote against what, but
look at what it's, I mean, I think just, there was a video I saw on like the YouTube, whatever, where there's people in the street and they're walking a dog that was a person.
What the heck?
So 2 people have a leash, and attached to the leash is two women, but they identified as dogs. So they were barking and shaking their tail, and somebody walks by and be like, yeah, these are the people that you're voting. Like, these are the people that you're letting vote people into office. Like, and they were like giving them commands and everything. So there's just so much that I can't really like wrap my mind around. But is that what they mean? Like, outside the box? Like,
I guess, yeah, because like I've told you, like there's some coworkers that I've had that they are meowing to each other.
Well, and then somebody's like, then they can't vote because animals don't have the right to vote if they're identified as animals. It's just, oh my gosh. The other day at the hotel on Sunday, we were walking to get something, and there's this man that walked by in a skirt and crop top, like makeup, and Sophia was like, the look on her face was like disgusted, like not scared, not like, just like So she waited for him to walk by, and then she said, "Is that a guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a guy." And I think what you just said right now is like explaining this to a child. Like, we're trying to bring these children up in the Lord's path. Yeah. And then there's so much craziness and evil around that. It's like how it's not normal for their mind to grasp these things, because that's not how it was intended, you know, for men to be women, women to be men. And, you know, like today, Fia, I was like trying to explain, you know, like the left and the right. And Annie was like, wait, so like the left. Yeah, Annie, like they think it's okay to like marry a boy and a boy, a girl and a girl, and kill babies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, I mean, but anyway.
And one of the only argument that I kind of was like, man, like, yeah, what do you say is somebody that put like, if you come from an immigrant background, how could you vote for Trump?
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, yeah, like my mom was an immigrant. Like, my mom was an immigrant, and we're talking about like over 40 years ago, but she did things the right way. Like thank God she met somebody that was an American, and she worked for her, and she helped my mom get her documents, and she's a proud American. Like, when was it last night? I called her. It was like 10 here. So it was like,
no, it was like almost 11 here, but yeah.
So like 1 a.m. in Florida, and you're like, no, she's gonna be awake. And I called her, and sure enough, hello. And I was like, oh, I thought you'd be asleep. No, like, you know, like she was waiting to hear, Trump talk, you know. And I mean, she's a proud American patriot, whatever you want to call it. But what do you like? What would be my response to that if somebody said that to me? And honestly, I didn't know how to answer it, other than the fact that just times change, you know, like. When our grandparents came into this country, it was easier to come in. And yes, I understand that America was founded on, immigrants, you know, and I understand the whole like, oh, we stole. Okay, I get that. But I mean, it's war. Like, you know, like there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. And whoever wins is the one that dominates and makes laws and, you know, are the king of the land. So I understand that principle also. Like, that's why if you go to Mexico, it's not Spain, because why? Mexicans kicked them out. And so, you know, I understand the points that they're trying to make. And coming from an immigrant family, like, I get it. But it's like times have changed, unfortunately, you know. And I think the people that are... This is what I think. I think the people that are advocating strongly for immigrants are not even the immigrants. I feel like they're just people that feel sorry for immigrants, or people that know somebody that's an immigrant, or somebody like myself, that second generation, you know, and even their families.
Second, third generation.
And I feel like they're the ones that are fighting for immigrants. And I don't know.
And let's pray for Kamala. I wonder how she must be feeling after.
Supposedly she called Trump and congratulated him. Supposedly. I haven't I've had such a busy day. I haven't had time to look into social media or anything, but supposedly I heard, or I think I saw it on TMZ or somewhere, that she had called him.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, okay, because you either know you're going to go into this race like confident, like Trump was, like, no, I got this. Or obviously you go in there like, oh, I don't know.
The crazy thing is that, okay, so number one, Trump won the popular vote and he won the electoral college votes. That's crazy. And that's crazy because everything the media was showing you was the opposite, obviously. That like everyone's against Trump, everyone's, you know. And
I'm telling you.
I think what's crazy is that, like if you go off of what everyone was saying on the TV and the news and everything, like this is like one of the greatest comebacks, you know, in presidential history. And not only did he come back, but like he smoked her, like he beat her, like she did worse than Biden did 4 years ago. Like it's crazy.
Well, you said yesterday you think Biden would have done better.
Oh, absolutely. I did say that before I saw all the numbers and everything today. Like, she did worse than him. That's crazy. I think it's crazy that she had Beyonce, she had Bad Bunny, she had Taylor Swift endorse her, and she still did that bad. And this is the part that gets me upset, because here Democrats were pushing the narrative that Trump is anti-democracy. What they did was anti-democracy. The fact that they kicked out the nominee because he fumbled his words on Biden, they kicked him out because his debate didn't go. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad debate. So they kicked him out, basically moved him to the side, and they put her in there. They didn't. Excuse me. They didn't do it the way that the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, is because they've voted for this person to represent and has won people's votes. She had no votes.
Nothing.
And
honestly, she probably didn't know what she was doing, and it shows.
It didn't sound like it. It did not sound like it.
So obviously that wasn't our favor. I know the other thing I heard last night was that Trump went into all these little towns, Hispanic towns, because they were really shocked that he won over like a percentage.
The Hispanic vote, vote, and black,
and I think Native Americans.
I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that.
But just like
that could be fake news.
Wow, like the percentage just increased like from the last time. But what was the biggest thing was, what are you doing?
I'll tell you right now. No, finish your point.
I can't.
Finish your point.
What are you doing? Just show us.
It's because
There's
this video on TikTok from 8 years ago when Trump first went into office, and somebody put, "I'm ready for this again," and it's this freaking lady.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
Wow.
Okay, so it's this video on TikTok, and they're inaugurating Trump for the first time 5 years ago almost, and she's just like, nah, like screaming to the top of her lungs, like she's miserable. And somebody put, "Can't wait to see this again in 2024." And yeah,
people are gonna be mad for a while.
No, people are mad. And okay, and here's my prayer. Like, I pray that Trump can change his cockiness, because he's cocky, in the sense that I hope that he embraces now those that didn't vote for him, because we're still divided. Like, and
oh yeah,
what are you gonna do? The right is in complete power. Like, they won the Senate, they won the presidency. Like,
I know,
that's crazy. So I really hope that he does something to bring the nation together.
He's making a lot of promises. He's making a lot of promises. Yeah. And I
hope some stimulus checks are coming again.
I see.
No, for real. Supposedly he was going to do like a tax break for, families with kids. And I mean, obviously that would benefit us. And I hope so. And I hope the no taxes on people's wages, or not wages, sorry, on tips and stuff like that, for all of you that work in food and live off of tips. Yeah. Hopefully that's true. And yeah, that's my biggest thing, man. Like, okay, we did what we had to do. We put you in office.
Uncle Trump.
Now you got to come through, Uncle Trump, send me a check.
Yeah, no, I the other thing I'm praying for is like a peaceful transition, because,
transfer of power.
4 years ago, was it 4 years ago? No.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah, like it was crazy. And I know that people are, how do I say it? Like, or even just like last night on the Ring or the neighborhood, like people are, somebody put today on one of those things, like, please be, although we have a new president, we live in a blue state, so please, like, don't put yourself in harm's way. There's people that are just mad and angry and capable of doing so many things. And you just think, like, really? I mean,
I just ordered us MAGA hats.
Did you actually order them?
Yeah. They say make America great again. Like, okay, you know what's funny is like,
okay,
I don't know that I can wear that out in public because
of,
no, it's because what you were saying right now made me think of that. Like the fact that we do live in a blue state.
Yeah.
Like, but Gustavo was telling me, he's like, hey, like it's not that it's not that blue anymore. Like it was only like 51 to 48%.
Yeah. Okay.
So
in that map,
that's
remember
great.
that map I showed you yet? Well, you probably don't remember, but like Portland is blue, Bend was blue, and Eugene was blue. Everything else was red. So, yeah, I mean, I wore my USA shirt today, and the lady
sweater,
at the
your what do you call it? Your personal.
I know I made it myself
Yeah,
for
you
4th of
designed
July.
it yourself. Yeah.
And then today I was like, you know what? And this lady, I stopped by to get some pins for the girls, and she was wearing a cat mask.
Oh God.
I wanted to be like, who'd you vote for last night? She had blue hair. She was wearing a cat mask.
I wonder who she voted for.
And she literally I paid, like, I had $5 and I was giving it to her. And she just froze with her hand out and stared at my sweater with this face like.
Hey, so this is something that I told you earlier, but I had not thought about it. Whenever I've seen a Kamala or Biden or whatever, you never or you rarely see an American flag together with that sign.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's the flag that represents us. That's the flag that should be unifying us. That's the flag that...
Yeah, the only thing you see is the name.
Yeah.
Harris.
The
So
name,
there's a lot of Harris signs all over our neighborhood. And yeah, but no, I'm excited to wear my hat, and I actually am going to print out I have like a vinyl design that has his I've been like going down the freaking rabbit hole.
So basically, if you want some Trump merch,
hit me up.
Hit us up, and
I have one
we'll
that
make it
says
work.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a cool one. That actually, I think
and
that
it's
was
like his big, like he has thumbs up. There's one that I saw that says "Daddy's home," the White House in the back. That's a little too much, but I'll be home. I'll be home for Christmas was a good one. I'm gonna wear that for Thanksgiving.
Oh boy! All right.
Anyway, but it's been a busy week. It's only Wednesday.
But I hate today. I was at work, and I hate that I didn't feel comfortable or didn't feel the liberty to ask someone like, hey, like, how do you feel about the election? You know, because like, you don't know how they're going to respond. Like the second they find out you're voting, that you voted for Trump, like, okay, so I received a message from a guy that I used to work with many years ago. We've kept in touch, and he's
the
like,
baseball guy.
No. This is somebody I used to work at Dick's with. Oh. And he's like, hey, bro, like I lost 20 friends when I posted that Trump had won the election. And I was like, no way. He's like, yeah, two of them were from Dick's. I was like, who are they? So I don't know if he answered me, but
gosh.
Sorry. Yeah, like, so I don't like.
You don't want to lose friends?
No, it's not that I don't want to lose friends. I mean, I don't have friends to begin with. But well, the only friends that I have.
Wait, did we share that you started at Costco?
No. No, well, now the cat's out of the bag.
Okay, well.
So I'm working at Costco right now, and it's a seasonal hiring, and hopefully it'll turn into permanent. But yeah, I was at Costco today, slaving away. Like literally, I was so tired. So I came home and I tried to take a nap on the couch. I'm like, okay, Nana, it was only her and me. I'm like, watch your show, okay? I'm gonna take a little nap right here on the couch. She's like, okay, Daddy. So then she like wakes me up. Daddy, can I have a snack? I'm like, yeah, have a snack. And I went back to sleep. Like I was tired. Daddy, you want me to cover you with the blanket? I'm like, sure, baby, that's fine. And I like started dozing off again. Dad, like, do you want to go sleep on your bed? I'm like, just forget it. But whatever I did sleep, I felt like it was an hour. It wasn't. It was probably like 15 minutes. But I felt so good after that. And I went to go shower.
You call a power nap.
Yeah, exactly.
A power nap. Yeah, well, with your new schedule and the girls' theater and the other things that we're doing, that I'm doing.
Permanent jewelry. Check them out.
Yes. We have an event tomorrow. But today, like, we went to chapel, and then yesterday we went to school. So just things that I feel like when I'm home, I'm like, yeah, it's a weird feeling. But And then I feel like we haven't seen each other. Like you're here, but because we've been playing tag, so
it's like, okay,
you're going to work, you come home, we leave, and then we're gone for like 5 hours, 4 hours at theater. But
like I'm so ready for December because we're gonna have Wednesdays off completely from church, Bible study, everything. And I feel like I'm ready to enjoy that day and just be with the family.
Yeah, because that's going to be your day off.
Yeah,
from
Tuesday and Wednesdays are going to be
work.
my day off if I'm not working.
Yeah, so, yeah. So that's exciting. You have a new job, and then...
Do you know what happened a week ago?
Hold on, don't tell me. A week ago?
The Dodgers won the World Series.
Oh, yes. At this time,
you
were sitting there watching the game.
I have the actual video, but it's 11:36 right now at night. And this video was taken at, let's see here. It was taken at 11:44 p.m.
Dang.
So almost exactly a week ago. But right now, I was watching it tense. Like, are they going to hang on?
I think I was laughing randomly the other day when... Oh, boy. No, it's because you were sitting there watching. And then all of a sudden you get up. You get up like with a mission. And I thought, he's going to go to the bathroom. No, you went to go put your jersey on and your hat. Like you suited up. And I was like, are you kidding me?
It's because, it's like they needed me. They needed me to like suit up. Yeah.
And you're buttoning your jersey up. Not even like just left it open. Like, no, let me just throw this on. No, like the fajastas and everything. And you're like, let me just, I'm
Babe,
like. Wow.
I need that new hat, the World Series hat.
Yeah. Well,
so my birthday's coming up.
Order it. Oh, yeah. Your
Babe.
birthday. Oh, my God. That's like in...
My birthday's coming up in... Today's the 6th.
Wow.
It's on the 23rd. So if you want to send me a gift, I'm going to put my Venmo out there and you can bless my life. If you're a Trump supporter, then hey, man, brother to brother, like.
And if you're not, then...
And if you're not, like...
We bless you anyway.
We bless you anyways, yeah, so...
But anyway, let's wrap this up because it's getting boring.
Yeah, guys, let's wrap this up. We just wanted to talk about everything that's going on. Don't lose your peace. And just keep going. Like, don't start thinking, oh, my God, everything is going to change. Like...
I saw this video today. This guy is, like, stepping outside his house. He's like, the air smells cheaper.
I saw another one. This guy comes out. He's like, good morning. F you. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, guys, God bless you. God bless America. God bless our new president. And let's just pray that, that America becomes great again. For real. Like, for real, though. Like, for real.
It's okay. We need a hat. We can send you one.
All right, guys. Follow us on Instagram, the nonsense_podcast. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, that was 2 episodes in 1 week. 2
episodes because, we couldn't allow this to go past more days. Like, I'm still pumped about everything. And I was watching. Sorry, last things. I was watching videos of Charlie Kirk. Remember the guy I was showing you? Yeah. Like, Trump gives him so much credit for bringing in the young movement. And he was crying. Like, he was like we did it. Like, we did it. Like God, God's, he must be Christian the way he talks. He's like, God's grace, like God's favor, like, and he was just emotional. Like, I got emotional watching him. Like,
oh my God, you gotta show it to me.
I will. All right. Your mom's sending me videos probably to show you right now.
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. God bless you guys.
Go Trump.